Welcome to the Scaringi Law Lunch Break. This is your time of the day to learn a little bit about the law while you enjoy your lunch. Just moments ago, an attorney for Dr. Jerome Corsi, who was a subject in the probe by Special Counsel Robert Mueller into alleged Trump-Russian collusion to interfere in the 2016 presidential election, submitted a letter to the acting United States Attorney General Matthew Whitaker, the District of Columbia Bar Association, and several other Department of Justice agencies, complaining and raising allegations that members of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's team have committed multiple ethical and criminal violations. In the letter, Dr. Corsi accuses members of the Mueller team of the following charges: illegally leaking grand jury information, witness tampering, obstruction of justice, retaliation against a witness, suborning perjury, and others. In essence, Dr. Corsi accuses the Mueller team of trying to convince him and longtime Politico and Trump confidant Roger Stone to admit as acting as go-betweens between the Trump campaign and the Russian government through WikiLeaks founder and leader Julian Assange, with the purpose of interfering in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Now, Dr. Corsi alleges the Mueller team has offered him a sweetheart deal if he will admit to this. This would give Mueller the connection he needs between WikiLeaks and the Trump campaign. There's no question that WikiLeaks published the stolen Democratic National Committee emails. Yet there's no proof of any collusion between WikiLeaks and the Russian government to steal the emails. What about publish the emails? Well, there's some proof of collusion or cooperation between WikiLeaks and the Russian government there. Mueller has indicted 12 Russians and has accused them of sending the stolen emails to WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks denies any involvement with the Russian government, but there's nothing in the indictment alleging any conspiracy between Russian operatives and Americans. And there's nothing in that indictment alleging any conspiracy between WikiLeaks and Americans, including any members of Trump's campaign. So Mueller is apparently pushing hard to use Dr. Corsi and Roger Stone as that connection, the connection between WikiLeaks and the Trump campaign. But Dr. Corsi is fighting back. He's denying he acted as a go-between, and he's raising the interesting claim that Mueller's team is committing ethical violations of the criminal law by trying to get Dr. Corsi to admit to something he just didn't do. Dr. Corsi is turning around those procedural crimes that Mueller's team has used successfully against other Trump supporters and aiming them directly at Mueller. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, so to speak, according to Dr. Corsi. He's arguing that by trying to get him to agree to give false testimony, it's Mueller who's committing witness tampering, obstruction of justice, and suborning perjury. And that by threatening Dr. Corsi with criminal charges, if Dr. Corsi doesn't testify the way Mueller wants him to do, Mueller is retaliating against a witness, another criminal violation. Special Counsel Robert Mueller did draft a charging document charging Dr. Corsi with one count of making false statements. Special Counsel Mueller alleges Dr. Corsi lied to investigators when he denied Roger Stone's request to get in touch with WikiLeaks, that he was never asked by Stone to get in touch with another person at WikiLeaks, and that he didn't possess any information about when WikiLeaks may publish additional emails damaging to Democrats. So those are Dr. Corsi's alleged lies to Mueller's investigatory team. Mueller has not yet charged Dr. Corsi with making false statements. He only sent him the charging document along with his request that Dr. Corsi plead to it. Obviously, this is part of the sweetheart deal. This is that Dr. Corsi would get a light or a lenient or a no sentence if he pleads to making false statements and basically being the go-between between WikiLeaks and the Trump campaign. And the fascinating thing about this matter is the December 21st, 2018 letter from Dr. Corsi's attorney David E. Gray to the Mueller team, in which he informs the special counsel that Dr. Corsi can't testify that he was ever in touch with anyone at WikiLeaks, and that Dr. Corsi can't testify to being able to identify any Russian collusion, because he can't. And this letter, this exchange of information between Dr. Corsi's legal team and the Mueller legal team, reveals the special counsel offered Dr. Corsi this sweetheart plea bargain in exchange for Corsi testifying that he was in touch with WikiLeaks and that he could identify Russian collusion. Dr. Corsi could not do so, however, because by testifying the way Mueller wanted him to, Dr. Corsi is claiming that would be a lie. He would be lying if he did so. And he would be committing perjury if he testified the way Mueller's team wanted him to. So that's a very interesting letter, and does reveal, does offer a revelation in support of Dr. Corsi's allegation about what Mueller wanted Corsi to testify to, and shows that Corsi just couldn't do it because doing so would be a lie. In any event, the letter from Dr. Corsi's attorney to the acting U.S. Attorney General, to the D.C. Bar Association, and to Department of Justice agencies was just released today, just moments ago. So we'll have to give you an update in later versions of the Scaringi Law Lunch Break as to what the response is from the U.S. Attorney General's office, from the D.C. Bar, and from those other Department of Justice agencies. Well, that's about all the time we have today for the Scaringi Law Lunch Break. Thank you for listening, and enjoy your lunch.